Hey folks, Colin here from Sumthins Recording, and today I've got a fun, quick little tip for you on how to make your lead guitar lines a little bit more interesting and a little bit more unique. We're going to be looking at lead lines today, but before we dive in, if you are ready to go a little bit deeper into the mixing process as a whole and really start to hone your workflow as an engineer, then I have just the thing for you. It is my 7-step mixing checklist, and it's just a simple PDF that will walk you through the entire mixing process, step by step, to help you get professional and radio-ready mixes without the hassle and without any more of the guesswork. It is a completely free guide, and you can download it below using the link in the video description. Now let's jump in here and take a look at this lead guitar line. This is probably going to be a short little video here. It's a quick little tip. It's kind of dumb and it's kind of silly. Sometimes it doesn't work, but sometimes it does work, and it makes your lead guitar a little bit more interesting and a little bit more unique, especially if it's something that repeats throughout the song here. We've got a song here that has this kind of re-intro lead guitar line or lead line that comes in, and it comes in, you can see 4 times here throughout the song. I'm going to leave the first 2 alone here, and we're going to take these second 2, or at least this one coming out of the third chorus into the bridge section. And I want to make it a little bit more unique so it's not the same thing that you're hearing over and over. Your ears kind of get used to it and kind of just, block it out if you've heard it over and over before. So we want to add something a little bit unique, even if it's subtle and tucked underneath, just to wake up the ear and be like, oh, it sounds different here. What's different? It'll make your ear kind of look for it, right? So, but let me play you this section before we start working on it too much here. You can hear, I'll play you this kind of chorus area going into this re-intro section and into the bridge section here. Take a listen. Just a simple little tag lead line there on our guitar, but it happens, like I said, a few times throughout the song, so we want to make this one a little bit different so the ear doesn't get used to it and kind of let it fade into the background. What we're going to do is we're going to duplicate this entire lead guitar track here. So we have lead guitar 2, we'll solo it up, we'll loop this little section here. We're going to come over to our inspector window here. We're going to get rid of these other ones. I just want to add just one here on just this section. I'm going to mute this last one in case we want to bring it back in, but I'm mainly focused on this one going into the bridge section here. So we can click on this guy here on our track. We're going to come down into this section here, and we'll transpose it up. I'm going to transpose it up an octave. So take a listen to what our lead guitar line sounds like now transposed up an octave. That's pretty crazy sounding, huh? So let's fix that a little bit so it's not too crazy, not too harsh or pokey sounding. We can't use our same processing. We could just move everything up an octave because that's what we did to the sound, right? I'm just going to switch back to the default setting here. We'll loop this section, and let's tame this sound a little bit. It's unique, and it's something we can tuck under our original lead guitar, but it's quite harsh at the moment and quite pokey. So let's tame the sound a little bit so it's not too crazy. That sounded a little bit better. It's still a crazy sound. I understand that. Like I said, this is stupid. Sometimes it's silly, and sometimes it's too crazy for the song. But sometimes it's a nice thing to tuck underneath, and sometimes I do stuff just because it's fun, just because I like to. All we did here, rolling off the low end. We don't need any of the low end. That's not the energy it needs to contribute to this track. Rolled off the really crazy top end. Like I said, we're pushing this guitar up an octave. So there's a lot of crazy stuff up here above 7 and 8K that we really don't need. So rolling off everything above about 7, 8K there. And then a little dip here around 3K. That's kind of where it was getting pretty harsh and pokey sounding. So we're pulling about 2.5 dB out at 3.15K. And then a little boost here in the mid range. Usually on guitars, I like to boost around 1.5. It's strange to me that it's actually an octave down from where I usually boost. Everything else is moving an octave up, right? Like our normal top end that's around like 4Ks. Up here, it's pretty harsh around 8K. But for some reason, the mid range energy shifted down an octave. That's kind of strange, but oh well. So we're boosting a little bit of that mid range energy just to give the guitar some body. That's sounding pretty good there. I don't feel the need to compress the sound at all. If anything, I would put a multiband after it and just touch that high end a little bit. I don't think we need to do that. We're going to tuck this pretty far back in the mix here. So let's take it down now. And let's mix it in here with just our lead guitar first. Then we'll tuck it back in the mix. So you can see we don't need much there, just to add a little bit of extra interest up on the top end. You kind of hear something sparkling. It's a little bit metallic or robotic sounding, which actually kind of fits nicely with the song. The little bit of, I don't know, robotic sound it gives to the lead guitar tone here, going into the more stripped down bridge. And we have just the room mic there on the bridge, which is kind of a nice aspect going into the bridge. So I'm kind of digging what it's doing here to this song. Like I said, sometimes it can be crazy, sometimes it's a little strange, but it's a nice effect sometimes as well too. That's sounding good right there. It's really subtle. We're down at negative 20, almost negative 21 dB. Let's put it back in the song here, and we'll tweak it one more time. See if we need to pull it back anymore. I kind of like it panned too, so I pulled it up a little bit louder inside the entire mix. It got a little bit too drowned out. I think the acoustics were absorbing that top end that we're getting from it. And then I panned it to the left there. It sounds nice. It's something off in the distance, tucked underneath our lead guitar. You could say I was messing with the pan too. That might be something interesting to try on a lead guitar. Give it an effect like this, maybe drown it in reverb and automate the pan as this lead guitar is going by. Pan the reverb effect left and right underneath it. That might be something to try that's kind of cool. But right here is where I'm digging it. Just off to the left, tucked underneath our lead guitar. It's a nice bit of interest here. Let me play it through one more time, and I will mute and unmute it. You can hear the little bit of interest. It's subtle, but it's a little bit of uniqueness it adds to this lead guitar section in the song. It's not an obvious effect, but it's just enough there in the mix to wake your ear up a little bit. Lets you know there's something new most of the song's kind of the same, right? We got our two guitars, and then our lead guitar comes in after our chorus is here. It's that little tagline. So there's a lot of the sameness going on with this track. So just tucking something new here, and in this section, we already heard that lead guitar line twice. So when we hear it again, you don't want your listener to zone out. So adding something a little bit new, a little bit unique, just to catch the ear a little bit, so that, what is that? What, I'm hearing something new. Makes them keep listening, makes them want to hear more of the song. If they feel like they hear everything already, they feel like they know the song, maybe they'll skip. A lot of people have short attention spans these days. They're not going to listen to, what are we at? A 4-minute song here, right? That's a lot these days. Songs are getting shorter. You want something interesting to keep the listener interested in the song, to keep them listening. Just a fun little trick here for you today. I hope that was interesting. I hope it's something you can try on your next mix. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if you are ready to take your mixes to the next level and really start dialing in your workflows in Engineer, then I have just the tool for you, and it is completely free. It is my 7-step mixing checklist, and you can download it below to start creating more professional mixes in less time. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.